So my son, like many other parents, have also sent their students for their medical education to
Mm-hmm.
Ukraine, and he's currently in Kharkiv. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I think he was in the process, and we knew that the Ukraine is going through this turmoil, and like the entire global space, this was more like an 8-year-old battle, but I think we somehow got caught in the crossfire, and the current situation is that many students are stranded, and there are a lot of passionate pleas coming in from the agents, because as parents, what is happening is the university does not connect with the parents directly, so you've got to be going through your consultants or the agents, and that is across the country. So there is a huge strong presence of these 18,000 students which are kind of caught up near Donbass region. So what is really happening is that we are wanting the Indian government to really, take more stands, not just for the students and the many fellow Indians who are stranded next or close to the border, which is easier to travel, maybe a 5-10 kilometers. But what is more concerning is the many 15,000 or more, maybe. I may be wrong with that number, but a very significantly large population of those students are on the northeast side, which is very close to the Donbass regions. And for them, due to the martial law, is extremely difficult for them traveling right through the penetrating route through the Lviv and Kiev and reaching out to maybe a Romania or Poland or the Slavic country borders. So the only way out that we probably were looking at and requesting the government, especially the ministry, is to look at their long friend Russia to do, because that's the closest border. And
Correct.
any travel that would happen will be a lot of loss in life. So, and I think that is where my concern is, like many fathers and parents, is for their well-being. And also, Ms. Zutshi, which I also would like to mention, that what we are beginning to get certain signs is that if this was to continue for maybe another 48 hours or beyond, the essential supplies is going to take a hit. So there is no electricity. We're virtually managing just to exchange on the messages and maybe a quick video call, only to save the batteries. So we are looking at an alternate route. So maybe the Poland, the Romania is not a feasible option at this point in time. At least the first thing is to stop this war. A global condemnation at the same time, as a father and an Indian also has to be. It's not about picking sides. It's about, first and foremost, is to condemn the war. The war needs to stop.
True, true. It is truly a humanitarian crisis in that
Yes.
sense. Mr. Tiku, can you tell me when was the last time you had contact with your son, Sarthak, who's a medical student?
We were able to connect with him today. This was the first time that after about a couple of days that I was able to have a video call, because my instructions were very clear: save the battery, because the future is uncertain and there
True.
is a long way out. So let us be wise. But I would also like to mention, Mizuchi, here is that the children, as how he has said that, I can hear the bombings, I can hear the blast, I can hear the shellings, I can hear the sirens. It was very scary. And
Wow.
he managed to send us a picture which looked, more like a hostage situation. I'm not saying that it is, or any aspersions on the university,
True.
but that picture was a testimony of the tough times that could unfold on our many children.
True,
So
true.
it seems to be
Oh my
fine,
God.
but there are many concerns.
Yeah, the picture you've
Okay.
painted is, pretty horrific situation for these
Yes.
young students who, went there to build their careers and are, like you mentioned, stuck in the crossfire. Very, very unfortunate situation. Before I let you go, you did mention, Mr. Tiku, the fact that, the government of India needs to do a little bit more. This is your time. What is your direct message to the administration, and what is your appeal to them? Please Please share that
I
with
think
us.
I'll try and bring it on in a few points, which is one that when we do these bilateral agreements and we call each other's friend, ally, and so forth, and it is in this particular time of need, the government very clearly has to look at the volume that is involved and
Mhm.
communicate to the parents. Uh,
True.
Not just a ministry advisory that we request the parents to send their children back. If that was true, the 19th or the 20th of February, there should have been no flight from India landing into Ukraine.
True.
So that is one. And the point number two, if it is 18,000 evacuees, it cannot be just two Air India flights that is to go. The government has to do a lot more. And if there is just about the Russia, I think the children and the substantial part has to come out of through the Russia. And that would be a message of friendship, solidarity. If India takes a neutral stance, this is what we want, that our children come out either through Russia or whichever way, if it's an airlift that needs to happen, and with a clear message, condemn the war, ask for the war to stop right away, and return of life to normalcy. And make
True.
sure that the children have all the necessary supplies. And I know 48 hours is going to be difficult time for them. God bless them.
Right. My God, your son and all of the students and all of the people who are stuck there right now, I
They're all
feel
very brave,
very,
Ms.
very,
Zutshi. I must say that all the children are young. They're the future. They're all extremely brave, and they're all huddled together. They're on the ground in a bunker. It
Yeah,
is horrible to see that picture, haunting terribly.
yeah.
wow. I can't imagine. Like I said, my heartfelt thoughts and prayers are going to be with you and all of the family members. Thank you for
Thank you.
joining us and thank you for sharing your
Can I
thoughts.
respond before he goes?
Sure, sure, absolutely.
Huh.
Sandeep,
Okay.
please meet Major
Firstly,
General Asthana.
I share your concerns absolutely, and not only your concern, but concerns of all the parents and all the children. Certainly, there is no doubt about it. Children have been unfortunately caught into crossfire, as you rightly brought out, and as Madam also
Yes.
rightly brought out. There is no doubt about it. As far as
Thank
the
you, Mr. Chairman.
humanitarian part is concerned, let me inform you a few things because I've been consistently on various television debates, and so therefore I'm getting fed by
Yes,
a lot of information, and I'm also speaking from the information which I have got. Now, what has happened is Prime Minister has certainly spoken to President Putin, and his main point, the first on the topmost point was the children, evacuation of children. And Russia has assured that as far as children are concerned, they'll be allowed to move. The only thing is that perhaps as of now, I think with the kind of shelling, because now you see during fog of war, what happens is both sides keep blaming each other. Now Russians are saying those guys are firing. We are only saying that you peacefully finish off. The other side is firing, so we also have to fire and things like that. So as of now, what the universities and what everybody is doing is basically for the safety of the children, that they are not moving them. Otherwise, the MEA has spoken to the neighboring countries on the west. The route to the neighboring countries to the west has also been worked out. There are certain, all the televisions are showing as to what is the methodology, how they will be taken to the west, and how they, and there the flights will be sent. And the flights are also being, it's not necessarily that it is only Air India. If need be, then Indian Air Force will also be sending the flights. So everything has been worked out. The only thing is, as of now, getting out from the dugouts in the open air is risky for the children, as of now. So perhaps we will have to have little more patience till the shelling comes into some kind of, shall we say, control. So that's the situation. But notwithstanding that, the most important thing which Prime Minister spoke to President Putin was the evacuation of these children. That is the topmost agenda as far as India is concerned. And all neighboring countries have been spoken to by the MEA. So that is the information which I can give you. If it is of some assurance or kind, I would say, if
That's
it
a
gives you
lot.
some kind of word.
Thank you so much, Major General Asthana, for your assurance. And this small little message of assurance will bring up a lot of cheer and smile amongst the 400 students that are holed up in that particular bunker. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
Yeah, that fills me with hope. And, I really hope for the safety of those children, which is obviously prime importance